I'm back. Happy Thirsty Thursday, whiners. It's another solo. This is your Christmas gift from me to you. I feel like I've been doing a lot of solos recently, and honestly, I just like them. I used to have such, not anxiety, but like feel the need to have a guest to fill the space or something, and now I'm just like, I am all of me. I am all you need. And I'm getting so much feedback that you guys like it too. So like no shade to the guests, but solo. I do need to start off by saying, first of all, I've noticed that I have a nervous tick. And I'm not even nervous, but like I've noticed that I fuck with my nose ring for no apparent reason. And one, it looks like I'm picking my nose, so gotta stop that. And two, it's like weird if I want to clip something. And now my finger's in my nose. So woosah. I need to explain to you guys the level of needy I am today. Day 1 of my period. I know, every 21 days, here we are again. I feel like my last solo, I just talked about this. I just need affection, attention, love, admiration. I need words. I need physical. I need... Why isn't anybody talking to me? Why am I the only person living on this earth? That's how I feel. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I piss somebody off? Did I, like, what did that guy tell me? Tear up the sheets in bed one night? Like, what's wrong? What happened? Nobody's told me, but like I feel like I'm being ghosted. I feel like I'm being ghosted by friends, family, the guy I'm talking to. Like, how do I say I want it? Like, I don't want to say I want attention and affection. Like, can't you just give it to me? Like, everyone listening, like, give me it. Like, when you hear this, which is going to be a week out, I'm going to be over it at that point. And at that point, I'm going to be ovulating. So hide your husbands, hide your boyfriends, because we know what happens then. That was wild. I didn't plan on saying I didn't plan on saying that. Hold on one second. That's kind of messy. I almost said hide your kids, hide your wives, but like that doesn't make sense. But no, I'm just feeling really needy today, which will make for a very chaotic and ridiculous episode. I'm sure of it. Happy Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving? Mine was great. Thanks for asking. Thanks for paying attention to me. No, I had the best Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell you all about Montana. Don't get it twisted. But now we're already getting ready for Christmas. This episode will be before Christmas. And just to be totally straightforward, I'm always telling you guys that I'm like filming ahead of time or whatnot. And this is going to be, this is filmed, I don't even know what the day is, the 11th or the 12th. I have no idea what I'm doing for Christmas at this point. Options are as follows. Road tripping to California with Pedro. Love Pedro. I've just been really craving like outdoorsy nature, doing something. And then right when I got Pedro, I was like, oh my God, he's the perfect partner to do this with. And then obviously we've just been going through a lot with his reactivity and things like that. So it's been a little bit of a journey. Okay, but option 1 is road tripping to California, which is like a 24-hour trip, but I want to like stop. My coworker was telling me about this app. It's called Road Trippers, I think. And you know, basically like put your destination in and it will tell you like the popular places or the landmarks and stuff to stop out on the way to your location, your final destination. So like how fun and cute would that be? And just like documenting it with Pedro, and he loves the car, and so that would be fun. Oh, and then obviously seeing my family at Christmas time. Of course I'm excited to see my family too. But okay, so don't forget, last Christmas I was dating rugby guy and literally had a flight booked to see that man, and he ghosted me, went psychotic, and just like didn't speak anymore. Oh my God, that fucker. When I think about him, sometimes I get so pissed off. What a weirdo. By the way, TikTok is crazy because you know when you click on TikTok, okay, I get a notification on TikTok on my phone. Let's say I'm on Instagram already, and then a notification pops up, and I go to swipe out of it, and I accidentally swipe on it, and it says blank from your contacts is on TikTok, or blank, you know, posted a video and I accidentally click the video and then TikTok shows other people when you view their profile. I've been doing that to Rugby Guy for like 3 weeks. How do I stop that? How do I get rid of that? Like, I'm not intentionally going on his TikTok, but he's probably getting notifications that I am. And it's like, I'm not obsessed with you anymore. I think you're crazy. You're still really hot, but you're crazy. Anyway, last Christmas, I was supposed to be with a man. Oh, no, New Year's, technically. It was Christmas with my family. And then I got sick, and then I had to head home early. It was kind of a traumatic Christmas, end of Christmas for me. So I'm not sure what I want to do. I did tell my sister not to get her hopes up. You know how, if you've listened to any of my sister episodes, we know how Megan gets her hopes up. So that's the possibility, number one, which it would be really nice, really good. I have like 2 weeks. I'm off from like the 22nd to like the 2nd. So a long time off. And it's kind of like, do I do something fun with my time? Option 2. Spend it with a man. Things are unclear with the person that I'm talking to. I am talking to somebody, and so I don't want to be waiting around on another man again. Like, no thank you. We're not doing that. So option 3 is what is option 3? Option 3 is stay in town, which is a great option. Love doing Christmas at Kristen and Chris's. I'm gonna bring them my famous sweet potato pie. Honestly, that's a good enough reason to stay in town, is to finally bring my grandma's yams to their holiday. I think I just made my decision. Like, that's enough of a reason for me. Option 4 combined with option 3 is I could still spend Christmas at the Youngs, which would be great. I could still bring them my grandma's recipe for the yams and just absolutely die laughing over that. And then I could do like a 2 to 3 day road trip with Pedro, still, like somewhere in Texas, possibly, or even down to Mexico. Like, maybe we'll just like go out of the country together, him and I, like just 2 felons on the run. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know when I'm going to decide. And here's the thing too. Okay, last Christmas I was bummed because since I was going to be spending Christmas outside of my house, I didn't get a Christmas tree. I didn't decorate. And now I'm thinking, am I going to decorate? Am I not going to decorate? I don't know when to get my Christmas tree because I don't like a fake Christmas tree, so I want to get a live Christmas tree. Those fuckers are expensive, and then they die so quick. But these are all the thoughts I'm going through, and it's just like, make a decision so then everything is just taken care of. Like, why do I keep... I need to make a decision. I wish I could just do that right now, gun to my head. We all know I've had a gun to my head. Like, make the decision, make the call. I think stay in town. I think that's my decision. I don't know. We'll have to see. Stay tuned. That's what my gut just said, though, and I want to start trusting my gut more. So there is that. Okay, holiday craziness though. I have had a couple Christmas parties, a couple holiday parties already. I just got I like have eyeliner on. I'm feeling so fancy. I just got like a telegram today delivered for the Texans game coming up this weekend, or I guess last weekend at the time this comes out. So that is fun. People are just doing all sorts of festive things. I did go to a holiday party and I like just knew I was feeling just like a little emotional, but like in a good way, but just feeling emotions. And I knew that I was overtired. I'd also been like drinking earlier in the day, and I knew that like one glass of wine, one anything, I was just going to be like really drunk. So I chose to Uber, which kudos to me. Love when I do that. And I just decided to like really let loose. Gabby and David hosted. It's their second like PJ Christmas party. The first year they hosted, they didn't tell me until last minute that it was pajama party, so I fully planned on wearing a red leather dress. Can you imagine if I showed up to that party in a red leather dress when everyone else was wearing pajamas? This year I did know ahead of time. However, I got pajamas. There were shorts and a tank top. I just felt that was a little slooty, and also it was freezing cold here in Texas, which like, when is it? So I wore a sweatsuit, which was so cute. But it was just so fun. I showed up with a roadie. Is that tacky? I don't know. David and Gabby looked at me weird. I just felt like if I'm gonna Uber, you know, like make the most out of it. Like, give me the Jell-O shots. Speaking of Jell-O shots, I rimmed it with my tongue. Is that not what you're supposed to do? They were saying you're supposed to rim it with your finger, or maybe your finger. But I just did the tongue thing and it did the job, but they were just saying like that checks out for me kind of thing. And you know what? Maybe it does. But yeah, I'm just feeling festive. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling gung-ho, really. That's not sarcastic. I know it comes off, what I just said comes off as sarcastic, and it's not. Okay, so first let's talk about when I went to Montana, which I'm going to tell you guys about. I can't remember if I ended up telling you guys that I was gonna. Redhead Rachel was very upset because she was originally supposed to watch Pedro for the week. And I had decided to take Pedro to the board and train. His reactivity was just getting to be too much. I know I've talked to you guys about that. So I was like, all right, at this point, like, we've got to figure this out. We've got to be better. Like, we can't even go on walks. I'm too stressed out. I mean, we were going on walks, but like, I was just stressed out the whole time knowing he was going to get on his hind legs and cause a scene. He doesn't bark, which is it's like the weirdest thing. He doesn't bark, but like, it's still rude behavior from a dog what he's doing. And like, I know he just wants to go hang out. It's all friendly reactivity, but it's just chaos and not needed. So anyway, I did end up deciding to do the board and train. I thought I did really well. Like, I missed him so much every day, but at least I wasn't anxiety ridden. Like I felt so safe with him there. I felt so confident about it. I was not nervous about that. You guys, I cannot believe how crazy of a dog mom I am. Like, when did this happen? Oh my God, all I can talk about is my dog. I missed him so much. I was like texting the trainer, like, do you have any more videos? Do you have more camera or like any photos? Can you send me any updates? And I was like, oh, by the way, like, I went on a walk with him, the past 3 days before I dropped him off for training, and I took some notes if you want me to share. My friends and family in Montana were like, you are doing too much. And it's like, I asked him and he said send them, so I did. And I think that they were really useful, just to give him some background, some idea on like what we were doing before training, But anyway, you guys, he has come back. So he spent five nights there, maybe 6 nights. He has come back a new dog. I would say he's 80-90% improved, and I was scared that it was going to be like, quick regression, or like they were saying even like, be careful, he's probably going to test you a little bit because he's been with like trainer strangers, like teaching him these things. So now that like he's going to see what he can get away with you. And he has done such a good job. He has not gone on his hind legs once. He's like pulled me a couple times towards dogs, but like improved immensely. The day I picked him up from the trainers, he was so happy to see me. His tail started wagging, but he was doing a job. He was on place, like he couldn't move until he was given permission to. And then we did. He came over and loved me. And then he went back to the trainer and was loving him. And I was like, that's not your dad. That's not your dad. Come back to me. Like, this is not what I signed up for. It's like, come over here. You love me. So he did eventually. But like, that's okay. I'm glad he created some bonds and some friends, but like, I did this for you. I gave you this. I gifted you life with this, almost $1,000 training that we've done. So like, thank me, show me, love me, choose me, pick me, right? Anyway, and so then it was great. So then that night the trainer took us to a public place, and we went to a Starbucks, and I was like, so like, what would you do if you wanted to go get a coffee right now and you have a dog and you can't bring your dog into Starbucks? And he's like, I would leave my dog like, securely tied, but he's in a lay down position, and like, that's what he should be doing. So like, I'm going to go into Starbucks and he should not move when people or dogs walk by him. And I was just like, huh? Like, what, really? And he's like, yeah, try it. So like, he stayed there with him, of course, and I went inside. But like, he basically at the end of the day told me like, you need to trust your dog. Like, you were right, your dog is so good, so trust your dog. And that's how you're going to be a better dog mom and a better trainer now. So we're in our trainer bag, Pedro and I, and I'm just like really impressed with myself. And Redhead Rachel told me that guys are going to love that I run my dog like a military person. They're gonna think it's really attractive. But I honestly like agree. Like, how annoying is it when like somebody has a really awfully behaved dog and he's like jumping everywhere and doesn't listen? Like, so I don't want that. And I just want, most of all, I want him to live a happy, stress-free, lovely life. Secondly, I'm thinking about myself. He's first, then me. But yeah, worth every penny. Canine Vibes in Sugar Land, Texas. Highly recommend. Maybe I'll have one of them on the pod at some point. Pretty cool. Like, it's just a whole different world, I feel like. Dog training. Like, they just like live, breathe, operate dogs. Like, in the most respectful way, I'm saying that. Like, they just, like, I was like, oh my God, by the way, I dropped Pedro off and I was sobbing. And it wasn't my main trainer who was there. It was a different guy. And he's like, I brought like his diaper bag, his like travel bag. And I was like, okay. And he was like, oh, like, we just need his food. And I was like, oh, well, I brought his food. But I also brought I brought Benadryl in case his like neck allergy, starts to come up. And I brought, water to put in his food. He's like, we have water bottles. And I was like, well, I brought some anti-itch for his neck. And he's like, okay. I'm like, I brought his 2 favorite toys. And I brought this, I brought that. And he's like, I'm like, cry. He's like, are you okay? I'm like really upset. I'm gonna cry. And he's like, oh my God, you're really gonna cry. Like, I was sobbing. He's like, it's okay. I'm like, it's my first time. This is the first time I'm leaving him. I didn't want him to think I was leaving him at the shelter. And he did it. I did it once. So like now I'll be able to do it again. Like I feel more comfortable about it. And I guess I'm just like a few trainings away from getting Pedro to be approved to fly on planes with me, which I'm not sure how that would work. Like, would I have to buy a seat for him? Is he a lap dog? Would he be under the chair? I don't know how that would work, but like, I think I should do it just to be able to have that option, because my baby is not riding underneath in the freaking undercarriage. That's not happening. Let me take a sip real quick. Let's talk about how beautiful Bozeman, Montana is. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I went to Bozeman, Montana for Thanksgiving. I was there Monday through Friday. It was a perfect amount of time. My good friends Evan and Christine live there. My niece goes to school there. And then her mom, my sister Megan, and myself met there. It snowed like the day before I got there. So there was snow on the ground. It was cold. It was like 27 degrees. There were snow flurries basically the whole trip. I don't even know how I'm going to characterize this trip to you guys. Like, I am probably going to get emotional talking about it, and like for no reason, but that's kind of why. First of all, Evan told me he doesn't listen to this podcast because he's scared I'm going to talk about like sucking dick and having sex and stuff like that, and he doesn't want to hear that, which I totally respect. But like, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff. I just talk about people not wanting me to talk about that kind of stuff. So you can tune in. Evan and Christine are some of the best humans I know, and they are just always down for whatever, and they're just kind and very sane people, very just like realistic humans. They're adventurous. They're such good parents. They're so cool. They give their kids the opportunity to do so much. They're creatives. Like, oh my God, is this a podcast about Evan and Christine? Maybe. Like, in season 1, they were on as a guest. Episode is deleted, as you know, because of the rebrand, but unfortunately for you guys, great episode. During COVID, they started overlanding and like living like on the road with their 2 children. I just respect them so much, and I've always had a really good relationship with them. And so anyway, I knew that I was going to have the best time going there because of the energy of those humans. And then to add in, obviously, my niece, who I love so much, and she's my little twin, and she's the best. And I got to see, her college town, of course, and then spending time with my older sister. Sorry, Meg, older sister. With my sister Megan, who, oh my God, we just always have the best time. So putting all of those pieces together, like, I can't even describe to you. We played games, which, okay, actually, let me back it up for a little bit. My favorite holiday has been Thanksgiving for probably the past, I don't know, not the past, because the past few years haven't been. From age like 22 to 29, maybe, my favorite holiday was Thanksgiving. We would go to the desert in California, like Cal City, freezing cold. We would camp there. Like RVs would like circle around. We'd have fires lit all the time. We would just like dirt bike ride, 4-wheel, like go to the train tracks, like drink, play games, just fuck with each other. Like, I don't know. It was just the best. Like, it was just, I loved it. And when my sister and my brother-in-law, you know, initially separated when I was, I guess, like 29 or 30, obviously those traditions, like, you know, that you do end, right? And so that did, and I moved to Houston anyway, and so I'm making new traditions. Anyway, I've had great Thanksgiving, great experiences, but like, I have really missed this time. I don't know, but like, it was amazing. I felt like it was my old Thanksgiving again, and I just loved it so much. And didn't want to get too emotional because I know Evan's gonna be like, you weenie, but I'm just so thankful for them hosting us and for them spending the time to like think of things to do with us and take time off of what they were doing. And like, you know, like hosting someone like is expensive. Like when people come to Houston, I'm like, oh, can't wait to see you. Fuck, I gotta account for that money, like that I'm gonna be doing like XYZ with you all these other days that I just like lay on my couch typically. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we just like played games. We like, you know, drank wine. We Evan took us to like Yellowstone, and like the actual town was pretty shut down, but he took us to this like less traveled road. And we saw oh my god, what were they? Longhorn sheep, elk, deer, antelope. I tried a deer. I ate a deer burrito. And honestly, it was really good. Was it deer or was it elk? I think it was deer. They hunt out there. Like, it's a way of life. Like, it's the same way I felt when I came to Houston and I went to the rodeo for the first time. Like, it's like a way of life for these people. Like, these people breathe, live, eat, sleep, breathe animals, like, just like in a different way. Like, it's all very, how do I say this? Like, there's a lot of rules around hunting and stuff, and it's like totally not something that like I understand, but I do respect it. Like it's just a way of life. And like, how cool is it that like you're eating the food that you kill? Like, it grosses me out still. It's hard. I like saw it. I saw it. I saw too much of it. I didn't want to see everything I saw. But it is pretty cool. And he told me like the science behind it all, and like, yeah, I'm starting to understand it a little bit. Anyway, he made me a deer breakfast burrito, and like, fuck, it was good. Like, hate to say it. But it was good. You know, and I've tried alligator or crocodile chicken tenders here in Houston, so I ain't a saint. But anyway, yeah, just absolute best vibes, just the family time. Thanksgiving itself was so good. I made my famous yams that I was just talking about. They were so good. And it was just great. I did everything was good. Like, no fights, no issues. I did like see a little bit of my old self in my niece, which caused me to react a little harshly in one moment, and like totally can address that. Totally can own that on my end. That was the ice in the wine. But yeah, like no fighting, no, everything was good. It was just like good quality family time, and honestly, can't wait to go back. I want to go back in summer. I want to go back in I want to bring Pedro back when I go. Did I miss anything about Montana? Because it was truly just magique. Overall, 20 out of 20 recommend. Oh, it's like I brought these cute clothes. My niece told me that if I was going to wear these clothes that I was like telling her I was going to wear, that I was going to get put on like Montana or hipsters of Montana. And she was sending me these photos and like, wow, these comments are like really mean. Like, people are making fun of these people's outfits. Like, it's just not nice, you know? And so I packed a couple things. Like, I packed my silver cowboy boots and my silver rhinestone belt. And I was like, okay, like, you know, I'll still like fit in a little bit. And like, of course, what happened is like I live in the same two pants, my leggings and my Adidas warm-ups the entire time, and like didn't need anything I brought. But I can totally get like, there's no like, you're not going out in Bozeman. Like, there's just no need for, like, you need pants and shirts and jackets and gloves and boots, snow boots, rain boots, or Crocs or whatever it is. But like, yeah, I just didn't need to bring my silver cowboy boots or tennis shoes. Like, I really just needed Docs, and they were right. And so I just want to say that you guys were right, and I'll pack better for next time. Oh, we did go sledding, which was so fun. And I did, like, was I concussed? Probably. Like, I fell so bad. It's just like, I'm not a snow athlete. I'm more of a summer Olympics kind of girly. And so I did try snowboarding one time when I was, I don't know, 21 or 22. And it's like, you just shouldn't learn that sport so late in life, you know? Just let it go. Just choose something else at this point. But loved it. Has so much fun. And yeah, can't wait to go back. I do want to say next week I'm doing an episode with Carolina Fox Sanchez from the Nightcap, and we're talking about like what we're leaving behind in 2024, and then what we're looking forward to for 2025. And like, for me, I just like constantly want to, it's crazy because like I know I'm the shit. Like, I'm so great. Among all my faults. Like, listen, I know I'm a crazy bitch. I know I'm needy. Hello, I started off the episode like that. I know I have abandonment issues. I know I have anxiety. I know I'm a control freak. Like, these are all, you know, could be considered negative things about myself. But like, in 2025, I want to remember who the fuck I am. I'm P Money. I'm P Honey. Like, look what I've built. Look at the circle of people I've surrounded myself with. Like, that says a lot for me. Like, even as far as like personal friends, longtime friends, business friends, like the people that I want to be around and the people that want to be around me, like, just remember who the fuck I am in 2025. Like, stop looking for answers or stop looking for answers and validation from anything other than myself or what I want to pour my heart into. So that is something I'm really going to concentrate on, because I'm a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch. I've got style. I've got swag. I'm great in bed. Okay, we have to stop now. It's just something about the lights and the microphone and the camera. It's like, I've had only one glass of wine before this, but I'm just feeling a little too tipsy for my own good. That's just not something that's up for debate, by the way. It's just something that I know for certain. My wine of the week. If you were walking out here in these streets or parking lots, listen to me clearly and listen to me now. Walk with purpose. Walk with purpose. People are driving. They've got somewhere to go. You're walking. You've got somewhere to go. I get it. I respect it. I'm waiting for you. Pedestrians have the right of way. Okay, this isn't Vegas. Go, go, go. Walk, walk, walk. Get to your car. When you're walking across the street, like, is this a rule that I made up, or am I being an asshole here? Because like, walk straight. If you're walking from curb over here diagonally across the street, you're taking 3 times the amount of time that you should be taking. If you're in the parking lot at a shopping fucking mall, walk to one side of the aisleway. Why are you walking in the middle of the street? If you can't find your car, beep, beep, stick to one side, let the car pass and find it. Like, I don't understand. And people are just moseying through life, like, just really with no, and it's like, okay, slow down. It's the holidays. Be merry. Be lovely. Everyone's happy. Everyone's grateful, and we're all blessed. Get a move on, bitch. Get to your car. Like, you're holding everyone up. And now that I'm going to like the park all the time with Pedro, like people with their dogs, like, just be more intentional with your movements. You guys know what I'm saying, right? Well, that was a weird segue. We talked about how good I am in bed, and now we're talking about street crossers. So anyway, that's it for me. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Have a good Christmas. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Don't honk at those street crossers. You know what I mean? Like, just let them pass, but like maybe flip them off when you pass them. Like, we don't want to honk them and scare them. We don't even know who we may give a heart attack to. But just be grateful, be blessed, but like move quickly. Okay, just intentionally. Love you guys. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye.